Imagine waking up on the 4th of July, pouring your morning coffee, and suddenly realizing that the mental map you have been following for years has just been entirely rewritten.
Oh, yeah. Completely wiped clean.
Right. You look at your daily routine,
Yeah.
and instead of feeling safe, it suddenly feels like a cage you just have to break out of immediately.
It is a totally overwhelming urge.
It really is.
Mhm.
So welcome back to Horoscope TV. We are dedicating this entire episode to the zodiac sign of Aquarius for the whole month of July 2026.
Yes, and if you are an Aquarius, or, well, even if you just love one, you absolutely need to hear this.
Exactly. And you might be wondering, why tune in today? Well, because this month is just packed with massive personal transformations, like a huge burst of wild electric energy.
So much energy, yeah. It is not a quiet month at all.
Not at all. So if you have been feeling stuck in a rut lately, or if you feel like you are just spinning your wheels doing the same boring things over and over, July 2026 is going to completely shake things up.
It really is. And this episode is going to be your exact roadmap to handle that shakeup.
That is exactly what we are here to do.
Right. We are going to analyze the astrological charts and the astro data for the entire month. We want to uncover exactly what this massive shift means for your daily life.
Which is so important.
Yep.
We are covering love, career, money, and health.
Everything, your whole life.
Yeah.
And we are going to keep it super clear and easy to follow.
Oh, good. No big confusing words.
Exactly. No big words. We do not expect you to have a degree in astronomy. We are just going to look at the stars, explain why things are happening the way they are, and give you honest advice on how to ride this huge wave.
I am so ready for this.
Okay.
So let's jump right into the big picture here.
Let's do it.
We are talking about explosive energy and really stepping into your personal power.
Yeah.
And looking at the charts right out of the gate, we have fireworks.
Oh, literally. Because the first major event lands exactly on July 4th.
Wow, on the actual holiday, that is perfect.
It is so perfect. July 4th is just a massive standout day in the astro data. This is the day when Mars meets Uranus.
Okay, so to understand why this matters so much to you if you're an Aquarius, we probably need to look at what these two planets actually do, right?
Yes, exactly. Let's break it down. Think of Mars as the planet of action.
Like the engine.
Right. It is the engine. It is the gas pedal. It is that part of your mind that just says, I want this and I'm going to go get it right now.
So Mars gives us our drive.
Exactly. Our drive, our fighting spirit, and all our heat.
Okay, I get that. So Mars is the muscle. It pushes things forward. But what about Uranus?
Well, Uranus is actually the ruling planet for Aquarius.
Oh, right. And the ruling planet is always the most important one, right?
Exactly. In the charts, the planet that ruled your sign always has the loudest voice in your life. It guides you.
Makes sense. So what kind of energy does Uranus have?
Uranus is the planet of sudden changes. It is like lightning bolts of inspiration.
Lightning bolts, wow.
Yeah, it is the part of you that wants to break the rules, shock the system, and just do things in a completely new, futuristic way.
It sounds like it really hates being bored.
Oh, it absolutely hates boredom.
So on July 4th, the muscle planet meets the lightning bolt planet.
Right. They are sitting right next to each other in the sky.
That sounds crazy. You are basically mixing a heavy gas pedal with a sudden electrical shock.
That is exactly what is happening. It creates this absolutely explosive combination in the astro data.
And since Uranus is the ruling planet for Aquarius, I'm guessing this hits them harder than anyone else.
Oh, much harder. It hits so close to home. It is going to bring this brilliant, sudden inspiration right to your mind.
But it's more than just good ideas, right?
Way more. It brings this completely desperate urge to break free from any boring, everyday routines that are, holding you down.
I really want to talk about the physical feeling of that urge, because I think a lot of people listening might actually feel a little scared by it at first.
It can definitely be scary.
Yeah, it is like, imagine you have been riding a rusty bicycle your whole life. You are pedaling hard every day, just moving at a normal, slow speed.
Just trying to keep up with regular traffic.
Exactly. You go to work, you come home, you do the dishes. Then on July 4th, someone suddenly takes away your bicycle and straps you into a massive rocket ship.
I love that comparison. That is exactly the vibe.
Right. You press one button and suddenly you have all this incredible power and speed.
It is a total upgrade.
But here is the thing about upgrading to a rocket ship. If you are a person who is used to just blending in and riding that bicycle quietly, how do you suddenly handle this massive urge to stand out?
That is the big question.
Yeah, like how do you fly that fast without completely shocking everyone around you?
Well, that is the core challenge of early July. The charts show that you're going to want to proudly share your most wild, futuristic ideas.
You just want to scream them from the rooftops.
You really do. You will want to stand out from the crowd. I mean, you might want to change your career path in a single day.
Oh, wow. In one day.
Yeah, or change how you dress, or tell people exactly what you really think of them.
But that can really shock the people who are used to the quiet person on the bicycle, right?
It absolutely will shock them. But you do not have to blast off and leave everyone behind in a cloud of smoke all at once.
Okay, so what is the trick here?
The trick is how you explain yourself.
So communication is the key to not looking totally crazy to your friends and family.
Yes, exactly. People might be totally surprised by your wild new energy, but you have a secret weapon.
Ooh, what is the secret weapon?
The famous Aquarius logic. You have a very sharp mind.
That is so true. They are very logical thinkers.
Right. So if you take the time to explain your wild ideas using clear, calm logic, people will not just accept your changes.
They will actually understand them.
More than that, they will actually want to get on the rocket ship and fly with you.
Oh, that is amazing.
Yeah, they will see that your ideas are brilliant, not just crazy. You just have to be brave enough to step up and be the pilot.
I love that. Be the pilot, but use the intercom to tell the passengers where you are going so they do not panic.
Exactly. Take charge, but keep them informed. Use your words.
Okay, so we blast off in early July. The energy is huge and fast. But then, as we keep looking at the astro data, we hit a completely different kind of roadblock.
Yes, things shift pretty fast.
Right, around July 20th. My notes here say this is about facing the mirror. That sounds intense.
It is very intense. The speed completely changes here. July 20th brings a very rare and heavy event.
What happens in the sky on that day?
In the charts, Jupiter stands directly opposite to Pluto.
Okay.
And right now, Pluto is sitting right inside the sign of Aquarius.
Oh, wow. Okay, let's break this down clearly. In the astrological charts, what is actually happening when you say one planet is opposite another planet?
Sure, it is a great question.
I know a lot of people listening know the basics, but I really want to understand the exact mechanics of why an opposite creates so much tension.
Of course. So picture the Earth right in the middle. You are standing on Earth.
Okay, I am on Earth.
On one side of you, far out in space, is Jupiter. On the exact opposite side of you, a full 180 degrees away, is Pluto.
So they are facing each other.
Right. Because they're on opposite sides, they are pulling in entirely different directions.
Oh, so it is like a cosmic tug of war.
Exactly. It is a tug of war, and you are the rope right in the middle.
Oh, man. You're just being stretched.
You really feel stretched. You feel the heavy tension of being pulled two different ways at the same time.
That sounds super uncomfortable. What are these two planets actually pulling us toward?
Well, Jupiter is the planet of growth. It is about luck and expanding your life.
So it is very positive.
Very positive. It wants you to be bigger, happier, and to really reach for the stars. It is pulling you toward a very bright future.
Okay, that is the good side. What about Pluto?
But Pluto is the planet of the deep underground.
That sounds a bit darker.
It is. It rules our hidden secrets, our old fears, and our most intense personal truths.
Oh, wow. So it is pulling us down.
Right. Pluto wants you to look in the dark corners of your mind. So Jupiter is saying, look up and grow.
And Pluto's saying, look down and fix the broken pieces.
Exactly. So when they pull against each other across the sky on July 20th, it forces you to make a choice.
So what is the specific choice for an Aquarius? Because if Pluto is currently in Aquarius, that means all that dark, heavy stuff is sitting right inside their house, right?
You nailed it. The challenge here is asking you to finally step into your true, authentic power.
But how do they do that?
Well, to reach that bright future that Jupiter wants for you, you have to satisfy Pluto first.
You have to do the dark work.
Exactly. You have to drop the heavy bags you have been carrying around for years.
Face the mirror.
Right. You have to face the mirror, look at yourself honestly, and release all those old fear or situations that hold you back.
Okay, can you give me some real examples of what those heavy bags look like in daily life?
Sure.
Because it is so easy to just say, release your fears, but actually doing it is incredibly hard.
It is the hardest work you can do. A heavy bag could be a bad habit you use to comfort yourself when you are stressed.
Like eating junk food or staying up way too late.
Exactly. Or it could be a toxic friendship that drains all your energy, but you keep the person around because you feel guilty.
Oh, a lot of people definitely struggle with that.
They do. It could also be a fear of failure that stops you from applying for a better job.
So it is anything that keeps you small.
Right. Or it could just be a negative mindset.
Mm.
You know, a little voice in your head that constantly tells you that your wild ideas are stupid and that you are just not good enough.
I think letting go of those heavy things is actually terrifying for a lot of people.
It is totally terrifying.
We get so used to carrying our heavy bags, you know?
Yeah,
We build our whole daily routines around them.
we do. We find comfort in them.
Yeah, we almost feel naked and unsafe without our usual worries to keep us company.
Mm.
Like, if I drop my fear of failure, what do I even replace it with?
It is completely normal to feel scared of dropping that weight. As you said, we find comfort in our pain sometimes just because it is familiar.
Exactly. But the astro data is very clear about this. Right?
Very clear. Letting go of those heavy things on July 20th is the exact mechanism that makes you incredibly strong for the rest of the year.
Oh, so the letting go is what creates the strength.
Yes. Remember that rocket ship we talked about earlier?
Yeah, the fast one.
Well, it cannot take off if you have 5,000 pounds of heavy luggage tied to the wings.
Oh, that makes so much sense.
You just cannot take that extra weight with you where you're going. You have to drop it if you want to keep growing.
Wow, okay, that is a heavy moment of truth. You face the mirror, you drop the heavy bags, you step into your power,
Yes.
and then, after all that work, we reach the climax of the month, July 29th.
This is a beautiful moment. The month wraps up with a huge event.
What happens?
We get a full moon sitting entirely in the sign of Aquarius on July 29th.
Entirely in Aquarius. That is massive for them.
It is so massive. A full moon is exactly what it sounds like, is a giant spotlight in the night sky.
Just shining straight down.
Right, shining straight down on everything you have been working on. It brings everything completely out of the dark.
And since it is in their sign, I am guessing it brings up a lot of feelings.
It is a highly emotional time. Your deepest personal feelings, the ones you usually hide behind your cool logic.
Right, because Aquarians love hiding behind logic.
Exactly. They're going to come right to the surface now.
I love looking at this part of the chart. It really feels like a graduation day to me.
That is a great word for it, graduation.
Yeah, because you have spent the last 6 months doing all this hard work. You have been studying yourself, practicing new habits, growing, dropping those heavy bags.
You put in the hours.
Right.
Mm.
And on July 29th, the spotlight finally hits you. You finally get to put on the cap and gown, walk across the stage, and proudly celebrate your achievements.
That is the exact feeling the charts describe here. A full moon always reveals the results of half a year of effort.
Oh, so it connects back to 6 months ago?
Yes, think back to late January or early February.
What happened then?
Well, whatever seeds you planted back then, whatever goals you started, they are fully grown now.
Oh, wow. Full circle.
Yes. July 29th is your moment to stand tall and show everyone exactly who you have become. You are not riding the rusty bicycle anymore.
You are flying the rocket ship.
You are flying.
Okay, but here is where we need to get real. Because it is not all magic and easy flying, is it?
No, it never is.
Upgrading to a rocket ship, dealing with that crazy emotional tug-of-war between Jupiter and Pluto, dropping heavy bags, standing in the spotlight of the full moon.
It is a lot.
It is. Doing all of that takes a massive physical toll on the human body.
Absolutely. The body feels everything the mind does.
Right. So to handle all these huge life changes we just talked about, you really have to look at what the charts say about your physical health this month.
You cannot ignore the health charts right now.
Because if your body breaks down, the rocket ship crashes. Your mind can only go as far as your body can carry it.
That is a very real, very serious warning. The mind and body are totally connected.
So what are we seeing in the health charts?
Well, the health charts for this month show some heavy bumps in the road if you're not paying attention to your physical limits.
Let's look closely at July 6th, because that one stood out to me.
Yes, July 6th is tough.
This is what you call hitting the wall.
Exactly, hitting a brick wall. On July 6th, the sun forms what we call a challenging square with Saturn.
Okay, we need to analyze what this means.
Yeah.
Let's start with Saturn.
So Saturn is the traditional older ruling planet for Aquarius.
Wait, I thought Uranus was their ruling planet.
It is. But Saturn was the original ruler from back before Uranus was even discovered.
Oh, I see. So it still has a lot of power over them.
Yes, and Saturn is basically the strict teacher of the zodiac.
It's strict teacher.
Right. It is the planet of rules, hard work, boundaries, and limits.
Okay, and what about the sun? What does the sun represent here?
The sun represents your daily energy and your vital life force. It is your fuel.
And what does a square mean in the charts? I know we mentioned it is challenging, but why?
Imagine two cars driving on roads that cross at a very sharp 90-degree angle.
Like a busy intersection.
Right. They're heading toward the same intersection and neither one wants to stop.
Oh, a crash is coming.
Exactly. That sharp angle is a square. It causes friction, blockage, and intense stress.
So the sun and Saturn are crashing into each other.
Yes. When the sun, which is your daily energy, hits that sharp angle with Saturn, the planet of limits, it brings a very heavy, crushing feeling.
Like trying to walk through a swimming pool completely filled with thick mud.
That is a perfect way to describe it.
Yeah.
On July 6th, you might just wake up and feel physically exhausted for literally no obvious reason.
Like you slept 8 hours, but you still feel dead.
Yes. Your arms and legs might literally feel heavy, like lead.
Oh, wow.
Or you might just feel completely mentally drained from having way too many responsibilities on your plate.
Just looking at the to-do list makes you tired.
Exactly. You will look at your calendar, see a list of boring tasks, and feel like you just do not have the energy to even face the day.
So what does a person do when they feel that heavy mud pulling them down?
Well, what do you think people usually do?
Because in our modern world, I feel like the natural instinct is usually to just drink 3 cups of strong coffee, yell at yourself in the mirror, and push right through the pain.
Yes, that is what everyone does, and pushing through is the absolute worst thing you can do on July 6th.
Really, the worst thing.
I cannot stress this enough. If you try to fight Saturn, Saturn will win.
The strict teacher always wins.
Always. And
Yeah.
you will end up getting sick or just completely burnt out.
So what is the solution then?
The Astro data says that sleep and pure lazy rest are the absolute best medicines here. Do not force your engine.
But you know Aquarians, they hate feeling useless.
Oh, they hate it so much.
They really hate slowing down when their minds are full of all these brilliant ideas.
I know they do. But Saturn is here to teach a very hard lesson. You are human. You have physical boundaries, and you must respect them.
That is tough to hear.
It is. But if you need to take a 2-hour nap in the middle of the day, take the nap.
Just do it.
Yes. If you need to cancel a dinner plan with friends just to sit alone on the couch and stare at the blank wall, do it.
Just stare at the wall. I love that.
Do not feel guilty about it. Rest is not a weakness right now. It is a strict requirement.
Okay, so early July is all about respecting the mud and just resting.
Yes, surrender to the mud.
But then we move to the middle of the month, right around July 15th. And the heavy feeling lifts and the vibe completely changes.
It changes completely.
My notes say this part of the chart calls for unconventional healing.
Right. By mid-month, that heavy mud is totally gone. The sky clears up.
Oh, that is a relief.
It is. On July 15th, Uranus, your wild ruling planet, links up beautifully with Neptune.
Okay, let's look at this connection. What do these two bring to the table?
Well, we know Uranus is electricity, brilliant ideas, and lots of nervous energy.
Right, the lightning bolt.
Yeah.
And Neptune.
Neptune is the planet of dreams, deep water, spirituality, and just deep, quiet peace.
Oh, so electricity meeting deep water.
Yes. When they link up smoothly in the astrological charts, it creates the absolute perfect opportunity to cool down your nervous system.
How do you cool down nervous energy, practically speaking?
Yeah.
Because my notes say, look outside the box. What does that actually mean for everyday health?
It means traditional medicine, like just popping a vitamin or going for a hard, sweaty run on a treadmill might not be the answer today.
Okay, so what is the answer?
The charts suggest trying things that connect your mind and body in very gentle ways.
Like what?
Like trying slow, gentle yoga, or maybe getting acupuncture to release trapped energy.
Or just meditating.
Exactly, simply sitting in quiet meditation for 20 minutes. Right now, your mind and your body are deeply linked.
So fixing one fixes the other.
Yes. Fixing the wild, nervous energy in your mind actually heals the physical aches and pains in your body.
I have to push back on this a little bit, though.
Okay, go ahead.
Because I know Aquarians. They love their cool logic. They love thinking, solving complex puzzles, reading articles, and just keeping their brains busy 24/7.
They never stop thinking.
Exactly. So is it sometimes incredibly hard for them to accept that simply sitting still on a cushion in meditation is actually doing real work for their health?
Oh, it is incredibly hard for them. You're exactly right.
I feel like they would just get bored after 2 minutes and check their email.
They absolutely want to do that. They want to be active. They think sitting still is a complete waste of time because they are not producing anything or solving a tangible problem.
I always think of it like a smartphone.
That's smartphone.
Yeah. Your body is the smartphone battery.
Yeah.
And an Aquarius mind has all these brilliant, heavy apps running in the background all the time.
Oh, I see where you're going with this. That is brilliant.
Right. They are thinking about a documentary they watched on climate change, how to fix their broken sink, a weird conversation they had 3 years ago, and a brand new business idea.
All at the same time.
All at once. The screen is dark, so they look like they are resting on the outside, but those heavy background apps are running the processor at maximum speed.
Right, the phone is hot to the touch.
Exactly. The battery is draining so fast. And then they wonder why they are tired when they haven't physically done anything.
Because the brain is doing so much.
Right. So sitting still and meditating is not doing nothing. It is the active hard work of finally swiping up and closing all those background apps so the phone can actually plug in and recharge.
That is a perfect way to explain it. Really perfect. Meditation feels like doing nothing, but it is actually the hard work of closing those mental apps and letting the processor cool down.
Which they desperately need.
They do. If you can force yourself to do this kind of quiet, unconventional healing on July 15th, you will feel a huge surge of clean energy return to your physical body.
Which you're definitely going to need.
Oh, for sure.
Because the end of the month brings a giant warning label. Let's talk about July 29th. The advice here is to really watch your step.
Right. And remember, this happens on the exact same day as that huge emotional full moon we talked about earlier.
The graduation day.
Yes. On July 29th, Venus squares Mars.
Okay, we talked about Mars being the heavy gas pedal, and we talked about a square being a sharp 90-degree crash at an intersection.
You got it.
And Venus is usually the planet of love, beauty, and what we value,
That's
right?
correct.
So what happens when the gas pedal crashes into Venus?
It creates a very fiery, highly frustrated, and honestly very clumsy combination in the charts.
Clumsy. How so?
Well, Venus wants things to be smooth, pretty, and pleasant. Mars wants things done fast.
So they do not agree at all.
Not at all. When they hit that sharp angle, it makes people feel incredibly impatient. Your mind is moving 100 miles an hour because of the full moon, but your physical body simply cannot keep up with your brain.
So what does that look like in a normal Tuesday?
It means you are going to be clumsy. You might be rushing to finish your daily chores because you just want to get back to a fun project, and you suddenly drop a whole stack of dishes on the floor.
Oh, I hate when that happens.
Or you might go to the gym and get frustrated that you are not seeing results fast enough, try to lift way too much weight because you are in a rush.
And then you pull a muscle in your back.
Exactly. The mental frustration leads to silly physical mistakes.
So the advice here is, what? Walk around covered in bubble wrap. Just stay in bed all day.
No bubble wrap needed. The advice is to actively, consciously slow your body down.
Just be mindful.
Yes, you have to be the boss of your own speed. Force yourself to walk slower down the hallway.
Take your time.
Take 3 deep breaths before you open a heavy door or lift a heavy box. Pay total, complete attention to where your feet are stepping.
Because your brain is somewhere else.
Exactly. You have all this big emotional and mental energy from the full moon, and your body is going to try to rush to keep up. Just slow down.
That makes total sense. Once you learn to pace your physical body, you stop dropping dishes and pulling muscles.
And you save yourself a lot of pain.
Right. And when your body is safe, you can successfully take all that wild brain power and apply it to your daily job.
Yes, which is where things get really interesting.
Let's transition into the career and money forecasts for the month. Because if you can harness this electric Aquarius brain power without burning out, the results you see at work are going to be completely wild.
The career charts for July are absolutely fascinating. It is not a straight line at all.
Not a steady climb.
Not at all. It is a complete roller coaster of extreme highs and extreme lows.
Oh, I love a roller coaster.
Well, to really understand it, we have to look closely at the massive difference between the energy on July 13th and the energy on July 21st.
Okay, let's start with the low part of the ride, July 13th. What is happening there?
On July 13th, Venus squares Uranus.
There is that sharp 90-degree angle again, creating friction.
You are getting good at this,
Oh,
yes. Venus rules what we value and what brings us pleasure, and that includes the satisfaction we get from our jobs.
Right, and Uranus.
Uranus is your ruling planet, wanting constant excitement and sudden change.
So pleasure is crashing into the need for sudden change.
Exactly. And when they clash like this, it causes extreme, painful boredom at work.
Oh, I know that feeling so well.
We all do.
You are sitting at your desk, you are staring at the clock, and the minute hand is just refusing to move. Every single email feels like a heavy rock you have to lift.
Yes, that is the exact feeling. Your brain is craving electric stimulation, and your job is asking you to fill out a boring spreadsheet.
It is torture.
It feels like torture. You might look around at your ongoing projects, look at your boss, and want to suddenly stand up, quit your job, and just walk out the door.
Just drop the mic and leave?
Exactly. You will feel an intense, almost physical urge to just walk away and go do something totally different, like move to the woods or start a completely different career.
I think we have all been there. So should they quit?
What?
I mean, if they are truly that miserable and bored on July 13th, is the universe telling them it's actually time to leave?
No, absolutely not.
Okay, good to know.
That is the hidden trap in the charts for this day. You must avoid making huge, permanent choices based on temporary frustration.
So do not send the angry email.
Do not send it. This feeling of extreme boredom is not a sign that your life is wrong. It is just a passing storm in the sky.
It is just weather.
Right. The friction between Venus and Uranus is just tricking your mind into thinking everything is worse than it actually is. It will pass in a few days.
It is just the planets messing with your patience. You are feeling the tension of the sky, not the reality of your office.
Exactly. You just have to breathe through it.
And there is a reward for waiting,
A
right?
huge reward.
Yeah.
The reward for being patient and waiting it out comes just a little over a week later.
Okay, let's look at July 21st.
Right. The roller coaster hits the absolute bottom on the 13th, but on the 21st, it goes straight up to the very top.
I like the sound of that. What happens on the 21st to turn things around so fast?
On July 21st, Jupiter links up in a beautiful, smooth angle with Uranus.
Okay, Jupiter and Uranus.
Yes. We talked about Jupiter being the giant planet of luck, growth, and big rewards. And Uranus is your brilliant, out-of-the-box mind.
So luck meets genius.
Exactly. When they work perfectly together, it creates a brilliant flash of luck in your work chart.
Give me a real-world example of what a flash of luck at work actually looks like.
It could be a surprise job offer out of nowhere from a company you completely forgot you applied to months ago.
Oh, that is always a great email to get.
Or if you have been stuck on a really hard, complex problem at work for weeks, the perfect solution will just flash into your mind.
Like magic.
Like a bright light bulb turning on while you are in the shower. You will suddenly see exactly how to fix the broken system.
So all that wild rocket ship brain energy from the start of the month finally finds a practical use.
Yes.
It finally pays off at the office.
Big time. Your bosses or your clients are going to be absolutely amazed by your clever, out-of-the-box thinking on this day.
They'll think you're a genius.
They will look at you and wonder how you came up with such a genius solution. This is the day to share your ideas loudly because people are ready to hear them and actually reward you for them.
Okay, that sounds amazing. But I am looking at the charts, and it is not all high fives and big promotions for the rest of the month.
The roller coaster keeps moving.
Because just a few days after this huge win, on July 27th, we hit what my notes here call the boss battle.
The boss battle.
That sounds like a video game where you have to fight the final enemy.
That is actually a very, very accurate name for it. The energy shifts drastically again.
What happens in the sky?
On July 27th, the sun stands directly opposite to Pluto.
Oh, there's that word opposite again.
Yes.
We are back to the cosmic tug of war, the stretch, the tension.
Right. We know Pluto is sitting right in the sign of Aquarius, and the sun represents authority figures.
Like bosses and managers.
Bosses, managers, clients, or anyone who holds power over you. And Pluto represents control, hidden power, and sometimes manipulation.
Oh, yikes.
When they face off in the career sector of your chart, it brings intense, heavy power struggles.
What does that look like at work?
You might face a very demanding boss or a highly difficult partner at work who wants to throw their weight around just to prove they are in charge.
So they're just flexing their muscles.
Exactly. They might challenge your brilliant ideas from last week, try to take credit for your work, or even try to make you look bad in front of others.
This sounds incredibly frustrating. It sounds like playing a serious game of chess.
Okay, chef.
You are sitting there, calmly planning your moves, playing by the rules, trying to win fairly. And the other person is getting mad because they are losing.
So what do?
They just try to flip the entire board over and ruin the game for everyone.
That is exactly what it feels like. The other person feels threatened by your brilliance, so they want to create chaos to regain control. They actually want you to get angry.
So if you just got praised for being this out-of-the-box, genius rebel thinker on the 21st, how do you balance being that cool rebel with playing it safe and professional during this huge fight on the 27th?
It is hard.
Because the instinct of a rebel is to flip the board right back and yell at the boss.
That is the ultimate test here. The key to winning this battle is to keep your hands flat on the table and not touch the board.
Just do not engage.
You must remain completely calm. You do not yell, you do not get emotional, you do not cry or storm out.
What do you do instead?
You use that famous, cool, detached Aquarius logic. You just state the facts, you point to the results.
The logic is their kryptonite.
Yes. If you remain totally calm and strictly professional while the other person is turning red and losing their temper, you win the game instantly.
Because they look crazy.
Everyone watching will see that they are the one acting crazy and you are the one holding things together. You will prove your true, mature leadership skills to everyone in the room.
That is so powerful. You do not even have to fight back with anger.
Not at all.
You just let the other person look foolish while you stay cool as ice. The contrast will make you look like a total superstar.
Exactly. Let their own bad behavior defeat them.
I love that strategy.
And while you are being the cool, calm leader at work, you also have a very strong strategy forming behind the scenes in your money charts.
Oh, good. Let's talk about money.
There are 3 key dates for your wallet that we really need to analyze: July 5th, 19th, and 23rd.
Let's break those down clearly because everyone wants to know about their money. What is happening financially on July 5th?
July 5th brings intense mental focus.
Like spreadsheet focus.
Yes. The astro data shows this is a great time to just sit down at your kitchen table with a calculator and figure out how to solve a money problem.
Oh, nice.
You might find a clever way to pay off a big chunk of credit card debt. Or maybe you find a smart new small investment that makes sense for your future.
So your brain is sharp for math.
Very sharp. Your mind has a very keen eye for finding extra money hidden in your budget on this day.
I love finding extra money. It is the best feeling.
It really is.
And then what happens on July 19th?
July 19th is all about extreme patience and discipline.
Discipline. Okay.
The charts show you will have a rock-solid ability to stick to a strict budget.
Oh, that is handy.
If you have a huge financial goal, like saving up the down payment for a house, putting money away for a big vacation, or buying a new car, July 19th is the day to completely lock down your spending.
No more coffee shop runs.
None. You will not even feel tempted to buy silly things online. You could walk through a whole mall and not want to buy anything.
That is basically a superpower.
It is. You will be totally focused on the big prize in the distance.
That is a great energy to have. It feels good to be in control of your wallet.
Mm-mm.
And the final money date, July 23rd.
This one is a huge sigh of relief.
Why is that?
On July 23rd, the planet Mercury goes direct.
Oh, Mercury is not in retrograde anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That means, from our view on Earth, it stops moving backward and starts moving forward again smoothly.
And what was it doing while it was backward?
For the past few weeks before this date, you might have dealt with highly annoying money delays.
Like what kind of delays?
Confusing bank errors, lost paperwork, emails about money that somehow went to your spam folder, or a paycheck that was mysteriously delayed by accounting.
So it's constant headaches.
Constant. But on July 23rd, all of that frustrating confusion completely clears up.
The blocked pipes open.
Yes. You will get the money you are owed, you will find the missing papers, and you will end the month feeling completely 100% financially organized and secure.
Wow. Okay, so let's look at what this all means.
It is a lot of good news.
It is. Having a secure bank account with no errors, winning the boss battle, earning massive respect for your genius ideas at work, that is all fantastic.
Very successful.
But honestly, what good is a big promotion or a clear bank account if you do not have anyone to celebrate it with?
Exactly. You need someone to share it with.
Right. Who gets to share these wins with you? Who is sitting across the table when you finally open that bottle of wine?
It is time to look at love.
Yes. It is time to analyze the relationship and love charts for the month. I am so curious about this.
Well, love and romance take a very interesting path this July. It is not just one steady mood at all.
Does it bounce around like the career chart?
Kind of. We see a real buildup of energy. It starts out very quiet, humble, and deeply practical in early July, specifically around July 9th and July 14th.
Right. The charts say on July 9th, Venus enters the sign of Virgo.
Yes.
What does that mean for how an Aquarius gives and receives love? Because Virgo is a very, very different energy than Aquarius.
It is. Virgo is an earth sign. It is very grounded, highly organized, and hyper-focused on the details of daily life.
So not wild and spontaneous.
Not at all. When Venus, the planet of love, moves into this earthy area of the sky, your whole desire for love changes.
How so?
You do not want wild, crazy, dramatic romance right now. You do not want huge declarations of love under the rain like in a movie.
You just want real life.
Exactly. You want a love that is honest, reliable, and completely transparent. No playing mind games. You want to know exactly where you stand.
What if a listener is completely single right now? How does Venus in Virgo affect who they look for when they are dating?
If you're single, the astro data shows you will be strongly drawn to a very specific type of person.
Oh, who are they looking for?
You will look for someone who is maybe a bit quiet or mysterious, but incredibly dependable.
The steady type.
Yes, you do not want the loudest person at the bar. You want the person who will actually pick up the phone and show up with jumper cables when your car breaks down on the highway at midnight.
I think reliability is very sexy.
It is the most attractive trait right now.
And this practical, grounded theme continues a few days later on July 14th, right?
Yes, it gets even stronger with the new moon on the 14th.
What does the new moon do for love?
This new moon puts a bright light on your daily habits and your routines. It shows that love right now is proven through simple acts of service.
Acts of service.
Yes, it is not about buying expensive jewelry or going on fancy trips. It is about quietly cooking a healthy, warm meal for your partner after they had a bad day.
Or doing their laundry.
Exactly. Or helping them clean out their messy closet so they feel less stressed out. It is showing love through actual action.
You know, it makes me think of building a house.
Ooh, I like that analogy.
Yeah. When you first start building, it is not glamorous at all.
Yep.
You have to do the quiet, hard, dirty, practical work of laying the heavy bricks.
It is back-breaking work.
You are mixing the wet cement, making sure the walls are perfectly straight, checking the measurements. It is really hard work, but if you do not do it, the house just falls down during the first storm.
Exactly.
That is what those acts of service are in early July. Doing the dishes, running errands together, you are laying the bricks. You are building the solid foundation of the relationship, so it is strong enough to survive anything.
That is a wonderful, highly accurate way to view it. You have to do the hard work first.
You really do.
Because once the bricks are laid and the house is built, then you can finally have a party.
A web party.
And that is exactly what the charts show happening later in the month. On July 22nd, the energy completely changes.
Because this is when the sun enters the sign of Leo, right?
Yes.
And Leo is basically the opposite of quiet, practical Virgo.
It is the exact opposite. Leo energy is bold, loud, proud, and very, very playful.
It wants attention.
It is ruled by the sun itself, so it wants to shine as brightly as possible. The quiet, practical days of folding laundry together are over.
So what do they want to do now?
When the sun enters Leo on the 22nd, you're going to want to dress up, put on your best clothes, go out on highly fun dates, and celebrate your connection out in the open for everyone to see.
You want to be seen.
You want to laugh loudly in a crowded restaurant.
So you laid the bricks, the solid house is built, and now on the 22nd, you are throwing a massive, fun, loud housewarming party.
A huge party.
You are inviting everyone over to see what you built.
Exactly. You want to show off your happiness.
What if you were still single in late July?
If you are single, this is your absolute best time to shine. This warm, confident Leo energy makes you highly attractive to others.
You just give off a good vibe.
You will have a natural glow. People will be drawn to your bright, happy energy like magnets. It is a fantastic time to go to social events and meet new people.
Okay, so we know how you will feel inside and how you will act. But let's talk about WHO you will feel this with.
Yes, the cosmic compatibility charts.
Listeners always love finding out who their best and worst matches are for the month. It can explain so much about why a relationship is either flowing easily or feeling like a constant uphill battle.
The compatibility charts are very clear for July. There are 2 signs that really stand out.
Let's start with the good news. Who is the best match?
The absolute best match for Aquarius this month, the person who will understand you perfectly, is Gemini.
Gemini. Another air sign. Like attracts like.
Yes, and that is exactly why it works so beautifully.
Why is that?
As 2 air signs, you both speak the same underlying language. You both crave absolute mental freedom.
Neither of you wants to be tied down.
Right. You love new ideas, fast conversations, and you both completely hate feeling trapped or tied down by heavy emotional rules. A Gemini will never try to lock you in a cage.
There are some specific dates in the astro data where this Gemini connection is just electric, right? Like pure magic.
Yes, definitely mark these down. Keep an eye on July 4th.
That is the rocket ship day.
Right. Remember that explosive rocket ship idea energy we talked about at the start? A Gemini will match that energy perfectly. They will want to be your co-pilot.
I love that. And the next date.
Then on July 10th, the charts show a high chance of staying up late into the night.
Doing that.
You could sit on a balcony or a couch, just talking for hours and hours about the future of humanity, weird science facts, and wild ideas.
I love those kinds of nights where time just disappears because the conversation is so good.
It is the best feeling.
Yeah.
Then on July 15th, you will share a huge boost of shared creativity.
Making things together.
Yes. You might work on a project together or just inspire each other to make art. And the absolute peak of the connection is July 29th, during the emotional full moon.
How does Gemini handle all those full moon emotions?
Wonderfully. A Gemini will look at your unique, slightly weird Aquarius traits, the things you normally hide, and they will celebrate them with zero judgment.
No judgment at all.
None. They will love you exactly for who you are.
A relationship with a Gemini this month sounds like walking into a stuffy room, opening a big window, and letting in a fresh, cool summer breeze.
A fresh breeze, yes.
It just feels easy, natural, and refreshing. You can breathe easily around them.
It really does. It is a very healing connection.
But on the exact opposite side of the chart, we have a very strong, serious warning, do we not?
We do. A very serious warning. The absolute worst match for you this month is Scorpio.
Oh boy. The dark water sign.
Yes.
What is happening with Scorpio that makes it so bad for Aquarius right now?
That is a massive clash of basic human needs.
How so?
We just spent this whole time explaining how Aquarius needs freedom, cool logic, and personal space to think their wild ideas.
Right. They need space.
Scorpio operates entirely differently. Scorpio demands deep, heavy, emotional merging.
They want it all.
They want to own their partner's soul. They demand total control and absolute focus from you at all times.
That sounds incredibly suffocating to someone who just wants to fly a rocket ship.
It will feel incredibly suffocating.
Are there specific dates to watch out for with Scorpio?
Yes, the astro data points to July 21st and July 27th as the absolute danger zones here.
What happens on those days?
On those specific dates, Scorpio's natural jealousy and intense emotional questioning will come out strongly.
Oh, the questioning.
Right. If you try to ask for some alone time to think, they will assume you are hiding something from them.
That is exhausting.
It will not feel like a normal conversation between equal partners. It will feel like a police interrogation under a hot lamp.
They want all the messy, deep emotional drama, and Aquarius just wants to use clean logic to fix the problem and move on.
Exactly. Aquarius wants cool, simple logic. Scorpio uses intense, complicated emotional tactics to trap you in an argument.
They just want a reaction.
They will keep pushing until you break your calm exterior.
So if Gemini is a fresh summer breeze coming through an open window, dealing with a Scorpio this month feels like being locked inside a tiny metal submarine at the bottom of the ocean.
A submarine, yes.
It's dark, the pressure is crushing you, there is no fresh air, and you just want to get out and swim to the surface.
That is perfectly said. The emotional demands are simply way too heavy for your freedom-loving spirit right now.
You just cannot handle it.
You need to keep things light and forward-moving, and Scorpio is completely incapable of keeping things light this month. They want to drag you down to the bottom of the ocean with them.
Wow. So what is the best advice if you work with one?
If you are dealing with a Scorpio boss or partner, protect your energy carefully. Draw boundaries.
Well, that is a huge, important warning to keep in mind. Protect your peace at all costs.
Always.
So we have covered an incredible amount of ground today.
We really have.
We analyzed the explosive rocket ship energy of July 4th, the need to drop your heavy bags, the vital importance of resting your busy smartphone battery of a brain.
And the wild roller coaster at work.
Yes, the roller coaster that ends in a boss battle, and of course, the fresh summer breeze of Gemini love.
It is a huge month.
It is. So to bring all of this together, we're going to gather all the specific lucky elements hidden in the astro data. We like to call this your Aquarius Toolkit for July 2026. This is your quick cheat sheet.
Having a practical toolkit is the best way to feel prepared as you walk into a big month like this.
So let's start with the numbers.
Right. Let's look closely at the numbers. The specific lucky numbers appearing most often in your charts for this month are 11, 22, 29, 31, 41, and 50.
Okay, let me repeat those. 11, 22, 29, 41, and 50.
Exactly.
What is the best way for an Aquarius to actually use these numbers in their daily life? Because they are so logical, they will want a plan for them,
You can use them in very practical ways.
like planning meetings.
Yes. If you need to plan an important meeting to share a big idea, try to schedule it on one of those dates or at a time involving those numbers.
It's like 11:0 a.m.
Right. You can pick those dates for special events, or you can just look out for them in the real world.
Just as little signs.
Exactly. If you look at the clock and see 11.22, or your coffee receipt is exactly $4.41, you can view those little moments as signs from the universe that you are walking on the right path.
It is like little winks from the sky.
Just little winks, yes.
And speaking of dates, let's quickly remind the listeners of the absolute most powerful dates of the month to circle in thick red ink on their calendar.
Yes, the big three pivot points.
The first one was the 15th. Right.
Correct. July 15th is your quiet day for unconventional healing, closing the mental apps, and finding deep peace.
And the next big one.
July 21st is the massive career breakthrough, where your genius ideas are rewarded with a lucky flash of success.
The light bulb moment.
Right. And July 29th is the graduation day.
The full moon.
It is the emotional full moon climax where the spotlight hits you and you finally show the entire world exactly who you have worked so hard to become.
And to tie everything in this toolkit together, there is a specific visual element, right? Like a color acting as a protective shield for you this entire month.
Yes, there is. The power color you need to focus on for the whole month of July is electric blue.
Electric blue. That makes perfect logical sense based on everything we talked about today.
It really does. It perfectly matches the wild, bright, lightning bolt energy of your ruling planet Uranus.
So how should they use it? Just wear it.
Wearing a piece of electric blue clothing is great, or even just setting your computer background to an electric blue image. It will serve as a constant, quiet reminder to yourself.
Just a little visual cue throughout the day.
Exactly. Every time you look at it, it will remind you to embrace your unique personal power, stay calm in those boss battles, and let your bold, futuristic ideas shine brightly.
I love that. Electric blue for the wild rocket ship ride.
It is the perfect color.
Well, that brings us to the end of our amazing journey through the stars for this month.
It has been a pleasure.
Thank you so much for spending your time and tuning into this episode on Horoscope TV.
Sure.
We know your time is highly valuable, and we just love analyzing these charts and sharing these big insights with you.
We really do.
If you found this roadmap helpful for your life, please subscribe right now so that you can get notified the exact moment the next episode is available. We want to be your trusted guide every single month as you navigate these massive cosmic shifts.
And before you go and start your day, I want to leave you with one final big question to think about as you move forward.
I love a good final question.
We talked a lot today about dropping your heavy luggage, fighting for your ideas, and blasting off like a fast rocket ship. The astro data clearly shows that you are completely breaking free from the normal, boring crowd this July.
You are definitely leaving them behind.
You are leaving the old rules behind. But as you look toward the future, ask yourself this. Once you finally stand out, once you bravely show the world your most unique, authentic, electric blue self, what entirely new and exciting crowd might you attract to your side by the end of the year?